Zach, do you need the +5 herbalism on gloves and chain?
Do I need it?
Yeah.
Or do I have it?
Do you need it? I got the recipe.
No, I don't have it, so yeah, I need it.
Alright, I'll mail it to you.
Thanks, man.
Welcome.
What's up?
I got 74 gold.
What?
74 gold now.
Nice.
What level are you for? 44, damn.
Yeah, I'm 44.
What have you been
With that
doing?
amount, sad.
29?
Dude, getting all that rested XP.
Oh, that's what you're doing. Okay, I see.
Are you rotating ults, or what are you doing?
No, not at all. I got play a lot of volleyball.
Do it, fucking Warlock, I dare you.
Wait, Zach, was your mount free?
Yeah, 100% free.
Just quest chain?
Not even a chain. I picked up the quest and turned it into... That was it.
It's a sweet chain.
The
Second
epic
one.
long chain, though.
That
Is
second
it?
one's gonna be a bitch.
At least the first one's free, fuck.
Yeah, and I still would rather do a long quest chain than farm 1,000 gold.
You're still gonna need gold, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, but not 1,000.
Pretty sure it's 500.
That's fine.
Also, if you get lazy and buy all the items, then you're gonna need over 1,000 gold.
Plus, yeah, because you're a Warlock, you have to give the Warriors some help.
Oh, rip, I forgot to turn in the quest for extinguishing the idol in RFT. Sunken Temple's 50, right?
You're gonna struggle a little bit at 50. I'd wait till like 52.
The last boss is 56. And he hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah, he does hit really hard.
If the DPS isn't on par, it's not gonna...
Well, to be fair, when we were in there, we had 2 DPS tanks. Like, if I was to go back and take it now, that thing wouldn't even fucking phase me.
Well, it would hex you and then kill everyone else.
Well, yeah.
Or sleep you, whatever it does.
Man, I have literally been standing here 8 minutes waiting for a fucking respawn. This is fucking dumb. I'm about to fuck this druid up because he just took my mom. I'll be right back once. Alright, I'm back, sorry. Hey, Tesseract.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello.
Not much. How you doing?
Good, man. Just got home from work.
Fuck yeah. I'm back furious, back again. I saw some of you guys already joined the Discord. That's nice.
Yeah, I told some of the people to move over a while. Well, I told all of them to move over a while. But
Yep.
it's just like I said, the people weren't going to do it right away, which I expected.
Right.
That's why I wanted to give them the weekend.
So what level are you aiming for today?
Just 41.
Oh yeah. Wait, are you 40 already, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some things to do around my house and stuff. So I'm not going to be on all night.
God, I hate how difficult it is to level weapon skill. Wait, are you fucking kidding me? This debuff. 30-minute debuff. Physical damage taken is increased by 42%.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. It's not that bad to level it as warrior. Are you in a party or are you soloing?
Soloing right now.
Are you in defensive stance?
No.
You should be. For revenge, since it costs 5 rage. Just spam like hamstring or sunder. Or spam like rend or hamstring. I just spam rend to get weapon skill. And
Oh,
revenge.
well, I'm not trying to get weapon skill right now.
Oh.
I'm actually at busting, yeah. If I was leveling weapon skill, that's what I'd be. My axes are like 260, so they're not quite hitting level 50 mobs as hard as they should be. Hey, welcome back.
Hey. Girlfriend likes to call me when she's on her way home.
I gotcha.
So she'll probably be at the meeting today.
No, sweet. Your girlfriend's in guild already?
Yeah, just a rumor, the hunter, she's like 25,
Oh,
26.
Electric justice! I can't do that yet.
Does anyone know what level the mobs are on that southern tip of Tenor?
What?
There's like there's like a beach on the southern tip of Tanaris that like I know there's mobs there, and I want to go AoE grind them, but
No, sure.
I don't know what level they are. And I feel like when I go over there, there's gonna be like 5 people. So it's like every spot.
There's like 100 horde in Fellwood right now.
Every quest spot in Tanaris right now is empty because there's so many people. Nothing's respawning fast.
Yeah, that's how it is here too.
Yeah, they need up the layers again.
Like, I don't want a dungeon grind, but that's gonna be the only way to do it.
It's the only viable option right now. It sucks.
Everything's way too crowded. At least the horde are like being chill right now, not just murdering everybody in sight.
I had a mage, a frost mage, and a warrior chase me all the way across Daenerys back to town. And I was just like polymorphing the mage and freezing the warrior over and over, and I got him way far enough to where I could like destroy the warrior. But they both had mounts, so
Oh yeah, as soon as I got out of combat, they
yeah, they just mount up.
I found a group for Jailbreak and Emperor, so I'm gonna go do that for a little. Because yeah, you just can't quest anywhere.
even like the lesser known AoE spots, the Murlocs and Swamp Sorrows, for example, there's a ton of people there. Like I was leveling faster, killing bears and gorillas and Pharrell.
This whole server is horde.
Certainly feels that way. I think it's like 6-1. It really feels like it's a huge divide.
Yeah, at least.
So it's 49 and 50 turtles. So this would be a dope spot, but I'm too low. They're gonna resist everything. Oh, there's a mage already here. A couple horde.
This has to be the slowest respawn rate of any mob ever. Like, our group's been sitting here for 10 minutes waiting for these quest mobs to respawn. And you need like 30 of them. So, with everybody standing around, you're not going to get any. It's like 3 alliance and 25 horde. All just sitting here.
Wow.
Warning! Warning! Intruder!
This leaked video is talking about how Sylvanas is going to conquer Stormwind in the next expansion.
You're watching
I'm
Asmongold, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm actually pretty stoked for that to happen. That'd be pretty sick.
I thought they were gonna kill Sylvanas this expansion.
No, they're not.
Sylvanas too good, dude.
It's too much of a fan favorite to kill. Plus, she still has a Valkyrie left. They can't kill her yet.
Well, that happening in here, huh?
Hey, Sham.
What's up?
Would it?
Not much. Just running BRD again.
I went into the instance channel because I saw your name in there, and I was like, oh, they're listening to music. Then I was like, oh, that's Tessa Rap. True story. I think that was the slowest moving delivery driver I've ever had, ever. Dude was definitely hourly.
Wow.
At one point, he started bringing, he has like a dolly. Our normal driver brings in like 10, 12, 15 boxes at one time. At one point, he brought in one box.
Wow. Oh, I was wondering why this druid kept on wanting CC against pulls that we should have no issues with, and then I looked over. Our healer isn't here yet, and we've already cleared like almost all the way to the arena in BRD.
Warning. Warning.
Oh, jeez. Did you go through the side door?
No, because I'm doing the Onyxia ultimate right now. Gotta do jailbreak.
Gotcha.
I'm on the jailbreak part of it now. And then I think we're going for a lava run.
Just to skip shit?
Yeah, going for Hand of Justice and stuff like that off the last one.
Gotcha. Everybody excited for an information-filled meeting?
Mm-hmm. Jam, you ready to sit there quietly and just listen to me?
Yep.
I don't have a target.
I've already said my piece.
Yep.
I can actually do some questing now. Earlier, I didn't do anything because I was too scared of my car being stolen.
So, me and Candid, I think it is, we're watching the Asmongold stream, and fucking, God, I can't remember the guy's name, but there was apparently a leak for what the next expansion will more than
What? What is it?
Shadowlands.
I don't know what that is, I guess.
The Underworld. The Death Realm.
That'd be cool.
And apparently there was something in retail that suggests that Sylvanas is actually planning to do a siege on Thunderbluff. But there was another leak that said that that might just be a bluff in its own, and she's actually going to go after Stormwind City.
You could say it's a thunderous bluff. I don't know, I haven't played retail since a few months ago, so I couldn't tell you. Usually I'm the retail buff. Or retail bluff.
Also, you missed Asmongold getting really pissed off earlier.
Again?
Yeah, because he found out he couldn't kill Ragnaros because he didn't know enough information before going into the fucking raid.
So, the guy that was like, oh, I know everything about this game,
Yep.
didn't know everything about the game.
Yeah, didn't even know. And he keeps on saying, it's week 1, guys. No, it's week 2. You just...
So how did he mess up?
In order to summon Ragnaros, you have to douse the flames, which requires you to be honored with the Hydroxian Waterlords and do it. So you either have to grind the rep down in Silithus, or you have to clear all the trash in MC without killing until somebody gets honored. At least one person, preferably 8. And then those 8 people have to go do the quests, and then you go back in and do the bosses.
Lol.
If you want to do Ragnaros in 1 week, that's how you do it.
Girlfriend's calling me back.
So, in other words, I just straight up couldn't do reg this week.
Yep.
Or at least yet.
Yep. Or Major Domo. And then he failed the Onyxia attunement, which you literally, I don't even know how you fail it because Tyrion can solo it.
Did you like kill an elite or something?
Like 8 elites, but again, Tyrion can solo them all.
Who's Tyrion?
Tyrion Fordred?
Oh. Like he can just kill him and you can just...
Yeah, you literally just go AFK for like 5 minutes, come back, and it's done.
Maybe they nerfed it.
No, he ended up having to do it again, and he was like, alright, let's just stand here this time, and got it.
The fuck?
I already respec back to Fury, by the way.
Oh my god, 20 gold.
15 that time. I had to go quest. I couldn't find a fucking 5-man group. And then they reduced layers or some shit, and there's like 1 million people in the fucking world,
Yeah,
so you
there's
can't even do a
people
fucking quest.
Yeah, everything's farmed to hell right now. Alright, I haven't really been home yet today, so I'm gonna hop back in here once we're closer to time. Watching videos or something.
Alright, man.
Found a spot where they're not 1,000 people farming fire elementals, so I can finally get some elemental fire.
Oh, you're trying to sell off some chance.
Well, I need the radiant shards is the problem. It's expensive,
Gotcha.
but having the fire already helps.
Gotcha.
My machines are the future! They'll destroy you all! Explosions! More explosions! I gotta have more explosions! Rage. Let's still recharging. Hello. I have the finest wires in the land. Be good. What can I get for you today?
interest you in a pint? Very good. No.
Welcome.
Hey, Candle.
What's up?
Not much. Just in BRD right now.
Be good. How are ya? Off with ya.
Konnichiwa.
Hey, Jugs.
Hey, I'm sorry I missed the meeting.
It hasn't happened yet.
It's because I'm in a different time zone.
Keep your feet on the ground.
It hasn't even started.
Oh. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. I gotta go.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love meetings. You know, it's a good place to talk. You know?
Yep.
I like. No, I probably sound more clear now.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, I took my microphone off eating mode. So where's this sign up thing? I don't really use Discord much.
It's the raid sign up channel.
Okay, where do you see that? Is it on the left side?
Yeah. You're in the lobby now. It's up just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Didn't we used to have a lot more rogues?
Just none of them signed up. I don't know about like in guild who's left, who's not left. Stuff like ding.
Nice.
Oh, I want to be in group 1, man. Can you hear me breathing?
Oh, right now, yeah.
What the fuck? I thought I had turned this to push to talk. Man, you could have heard me fapping or something here. Jesus
Yeah, we
Christ.
can hear everything, bro.
What the fuck? Hold on. I hate technology. I gotta hold my breath here now. It's set to push to talk. Alright, did you hear that?
That, yeah.
I mean, okay, alright, here. I'm gonna make a weird sound.
Whoa. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, did you hear that?
No.
It was set to push to talk. I guess my mouse button, like, is borked.
But I do want to hear this weird sound now.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Oh, okay. So you take your cheek, right? And you go like this, you know, you hold your cheek really hard and you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
We did my last guild, or a couple guilds ago. Like all the officers went up for a meeting, and like I had everybody doing that. Like when they came back into the rest of the raid. Dude, I don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, I'm a rogue. Why do I need to know what group I'm in?
For raid composition.
Just well, that ain't. I'm not putting together the raid. I mean, you can move the groups around. You're not going to have everybody there.
Well, the goal is to have everybody there every week.
Look, just okay. What should I have said there instead of group one? Because I want to be group.
You just didn't format your sign up like everybody else did, is what he was joking about. Like everybody's put their name and then dash and then class and then dash and then the group. He's giving you shit.
Oh, I didn't want to insult anybody's intelligence and be like, "Hey, I'm a DPS rogue, and I'm melee DPS, and yeah, I just didn't do that." Look, some of these guys, look, there's a warlock in here who says he's a rogue.
What are you talking about?
Their color's purple.
Recruit is also purple.
Okay.
The warlock color is slightly altered. Like if you look at God's color, he's actually the warlock color.
Did they reduce the layering today?
Well, it's still on medium, so I think there's only one layer right. Well, I felt like there were only one earlier, because any invite will just get me in the same one.
Yeah, the horde are like just rolling. I mean, like, really, I was an STV for maybe 2 or 3 hours and wasn't attacked one time.
Yeah, I've met a lot of passive horde too in STV, man. I did a lot of quests without getting ganked. Like standing right next to few horde and they will just leave me alone.
Well, yeah, you stand next to like a group of hordes sometimes, and if they're not, they don't have any interest. And like one random horde comes along, he's gonna leave you alone. He's like,
Yeah,
well, they
yeah.
must have something worked out. But yeah, I didn't even get attacked. I mean, a hunter marked me, and which I hate that, but that was it. It was just like there's like all the mobs are dead there. It was annoying as hell. And I knew the horde were annoyed too, but like I couldn't figure out why they just don't kill the alliance since they outnumbered us like 2-1 it seemed, but they didn't. And I'm level 40 finally.
Congrats.
Yeah, I had to take yesterday off. I needed a break, honestly. I was like, it's like a fucking job playing WoW right now.
Yeah, it is. I decided to take 2 more weeks. So.
Yeah, two weeks from today's my goal.
Well, I fell behind because of my brother, and now I got one of my real life friends just going to the server.
Yeah, real life pops up too, you know.
That wrestler druid ever joined guild, by the way? Candle?
Yeah, I wasn't online earlier, but she was, and I'll get her in the guild later on tonight.
Did you hear anything back from that one mage with like the 10 friends?
No, not yet. I tried to reach him this weekend, but I didn't see him online.
Mr. Druid tank is squishy.
His name is Gnomeregan, the mage I told you about. He's online right now, but away from keyboard, so I just sent him another message. I'll see if he had the time to talk with his.
Cool. We gotta see how many people are coming with this group of people too, as well.
Is Garbage coming over?
Yep.
Man, I can only imagine how much fucking work this is you're doing right here, Tim.
I got to if I want to raid.
Well, no, you have to if you want to be in charge of it. You could raid.
Yeah, I don't get along with other raid leaders.
So what's gonna happen, like, if you're like sick one night, like, and there's no other raid leader?
Well, then I'll be like somebody else step up. But I don't miss raid. Like, unless somebody's died, I do not miss raid. I can be dying on my deathbed in the hospital and I'll ask for my fucking laptop just to raid.
You see, I've watched enough of this. Like, you watch like Gordon Ramsay, you know this. Yeah, like that's not how you run a restaurant. I mean, like if you have to be there for the thing to stay running, you just stress yourself out. You gotta delegate. You know what I'm saying?
Not me. If I expect my raiders to have 100% raid attendance, I need to have 100% raid attendance.
Wait, are you Japanese? No. Yeah, I work for a Japanese company. The 100% attendance is kind of expected there too.
No, it's just I know how important, having the same 40 people, 25, 10 people is when you do these kind of things. And like, I have to say, probably over my 15 years of playing WoW, I've only ever missed like 3 raids.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way, man. And you're right. Just busting your butt. But if we're lucky, you'll have 50% of the guild with that mentality.
No, see, I'm the type of person that I do keep track of people's attendance, and if you fall below 75%, you're no longer. It's just that simple. Unless you have a reason, it's just that simple. And 75 is being generous.
I'm completely cool with that. But wait, this is going to come up at the meeting, isn't it?
Yep. So is telling people that if they're going to play on retail, they're not playing in a vanilla guild. Unless they can find the time to commit, like don't have a job, stuff like that. But if you're coming to raid not with cons and stuff, you're not in the guild.
Well, retail sucks anyway.
Yeah, but there are some people that are trying to manage playing both.
Well, that one dude, what's his name? The mage?
Tragic.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like a fucking cool dude. I don't know how he's gonna do it. I mean, I can barely, like, hold a job and keep my house standing and raid full time. I don't know how people do. I don't know how.
I mean, when I was working full time, I still rated 9 to 12 hours a week as well. But the nice thing about being the guild leader / raid leader, I get to choose and make the times myself. So I just pick whatever works.
Wait, what are the raid times?
7 to 10 EST, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Perfect. There's I got a little bit of wiggle room there, but not a whole lot. Those are perfect time.
And it is perfect too for people who have to be asleep like earlier.
Yeah, I gotta work. I have to be at work working at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I feel you. When I work, I wake up at like 3:30, 4 to be on the job at like 5.
You get to work at 5? That's earlier than me, man.
I skip all the traffic because it's just insane then.
Hey, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but you're French Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling, and it's a good.
I don't know why.
I have nothing but good things to say about French Canadians. They're fucking cool as.
Well, we usually are. Some people are not, but that's everyone.
What do you do for a living here after that, Earl?
I do sightings.
You do sightings?
Yeah, like house and condominiums.
Oh, okay. You mean the house? Yeah, the size of houses. That's those sightings. Okay. Yeah, I drive a. I build trucks for a living. I work in a truck factory.
Oh, that's cool.
Sort of, I guess. It's stress free.
Construction in Quebec is like one of the most top job you can get without school and still get paid like 45, 55 bucks.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's without overtime.
Yeah, we don't make that here, but I couldn't do it. The heights scare me.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, well, I'm on a 30 floor, 40 floor building. Like, it's just not.
I went to clean my gutters the other day, and like I have a fucking shitty ladder, and like I don't trust it, so I put it up against the building, and I start climbing up against my house. I'm like, screw it, I get in the fall. You know, I just don't. You know, it's only like 10 feet.
Yeah, I don't think he can hurt. This like under 6 feet is even worse.
Really? Well, not on concrete.
You're probably gonna put your arms down, and then you're gonna break your arms because.
Well, I'm worried about getting caught on the gutter and like slicing my arm up on the way down. It is in the fall. It's getting cut by the gutter that scares the shit out of me.
I have to say I got a few accidents.
You got cut by gutters?
Nah, not gutters, but I got caught like so many fucking times by steel. Like, it's just insane. But it's a freaking cool job. I mean, you have to be outside all the time. Just winter sucks when it's minus 30.
Yeah. It's probably nice this time of year.
Yeah, well, winter it's most of the time it's up to us. Like if I want to work, I work. If I don't work, and I still get paid a good amount of money to stay home. So
Well, you got things worked out. That's good.
Good evening. How you guys doing?
Not bad. How you
hey,
doing?
what's up?
Not too bad.
Oh, it's a new warlock.
It's a newbie, that's for sure. At least
A
somebody who
newbie?
hasn't played in it forever.
When was the last time you played WoW?
Oh, college. So pushing just over 10 years.
Ooh, so you like quit in like TBC then?
Quit just after Kata came out.
Okay.
Did you quit because of Kata?
Slightly that, and along came a girlfriend.
Oh.
Who's now life. So now I'm back playing WoW.
Is she playing too, or?
No, not at the moment. I've been trying to poke her in that direction, but she's more of a don't starve together type person.
Cool. My wife plays.
Plays WoW?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually met on a vanilla WoW private server.
Wow, that's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, just kind of joined garbage because they seem chill and just going through kind of the nostalgia portion of this game, and then from there on it kind of
Hell yeah.
turned into this.
Well, it isn't quite nostalgia. I mean, we are playing this for real, right? You know.
I will honestly say I never properly learned the game when I was originally playing, because I was playing on with a competitive guild, so I never really kind of got to raid or even run dungeons. It was get to 70 as fast as you could.
Yeah, well, we're definitely going to put you through it here.
Time. So I am trying to learn as best as I can as I go, and I will fit in wherever I fit in whenever it gets to that point.
That's a healthy attitude, I think.
I love it.
Well, I'll put it this way. I don't feel like I deserve any special treatment. I'm here to learn.
You're a warlock. You always deserve special treatment.
Yeah, man, you can summon people.
That's a hunter.
And this is also vanilla WoW. You didn't need talent back then. All you needed was to show up.
I will say I never played true vanilla. I played BC. That's when I started.
Crickets.
It's alright, Sham's a retail baby, so.
Not a retail baby.
Wrath of the Lich King was the best.
I agree.
Alduar. That was the high.
I made after
watermark,
Tessa's
right?
heart.
Ulduar was definitely the best raid and still is the best raid ever fucking made, but Classic
Agreed.
is the best.
I wish I could tell you.
I most of my fun experience was in Burning Crusade, I have to say.
You'd agree, my wife would get along with you really well.
Like, just farming these, I don't know. Maybe
when you
because I was
started,
older than... What you said?
Is that when you started, or did you actually play
I
Classic?
played Classic, like,
Did you raid Classic, though?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gore back
That's
there.
rare.
You and Nax.
That's rare that a Classic player actually, like a Classic raider actually enjoys BC over Classic.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
I'd say it's about 50-50, actually.
Really, like, BC was something else because it was new content. I mean, and the raid were just like, I don't know, they felt different. But I was playing Paladin in BC. Maybe that was maybe the reason. But I don't feel like I felt like all the raid prog was a lot more fun. But there were many more raids than fucking vanilla too, like.
Right.
So, but I have to say, Naxxramas is fucking hot to do progression.
Oh yeah.
2 years, I say. I think that's when next comes out.
I don't think it's gonna take
Won't be
near
that
that
long.
long.
I think a year max.
About a year.
I'm thinking 18 months, man. That's like
Dude,
3-4
right.
months of base.
I'd say 18 months at max. Probably
Yeah.
about a year
I'm
though.
betting that's what it is, man. I bet it's 18
Yeah.
months.
Negative. How long are they gonna? They gotta stress. You got the gates of AQ first. That's gonna be a while.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Everybody
AQ's gonna
knows
come out.
How to play them though? That's the thing. It won't take that long to
ZG2.
clear.
Yeah, it's
Like, you don't need
gonna.
progression worldwide. Everybody knows how to do stuff now.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, they're
that's the
still gonna base it off progression, but it's gonna be like, you know, how much of the population has cleared this one? Like,
But it's not going to
80%
be the progression of how it was a classic, where people were literally learning it for the first.
Right. It's
You
not
can
gonna
look up a
take
video of how to
90
do
days.
any fight right now.
Yeah, it's not gonna take
Exactly.
90 days for a Cthulhu to die. You know.
No. It'll
And-
take time for people to gear up, enough people to get geared to.
Yeah, that's
properly.
gonna be the most time
Because
consuming.
everybody's
but-
fighting over first drops. So
I'm not in any hurry, to be honest. I mean, I just want to just smell the roses here. You know?
to be honest, I'm actually really enjoying the leveling process. I hated it before because I was just grinding, trying to get there quick. And now,
Hey, Jack,
yes, sir.
go make a warrior, and then tell me
Yeah,
you
what-
like the
I was gonna
leveling
say, what-
process.
What class are you playing, Jack?
Yeah. Well, played it because
Oh, Warlock,
I played
yeah, the-
before.
Yeah, top 4, dude.
Says the mage.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, I get it. No, like, Mage is top 4, dude.
This is probably about to kill me.
There's like a huge difference between the top 4 and everybody else.
Me and Tess are over here with warrior and paladin, hating our fucking lives.
Yeah, bottom,
Yeah, but
bottom
like,
2,
top
baby.
players on our in garbage right now are like warriors and
Someone go to their local Home Depot,
Warlock.
buy a bunch of razor blades, mail them to me. I'll do it on video.
they've also been farming the hell out of Scarlet Monastery, so
Oh, for sure.
they I don't think Tess or Revi have left Scarlet since like level 30.
Which
No,
Tess?
probably not Tesseract.
I don't know which Tess you guys.
I'm gonna call
have.
him
That would be
Octagon.
me.
Tess,
I'm
the guy
the
literally named Tess.
oh, yeah, I'm the guild main tank, so you'll learn my voice quick.
His character's name is literally Tess.
This is gonna get really confusing
Yes.
because both me and Tess are both warriors. So you're lucky we're not both tanks. Then you
Which Tess? The
Whoa,
warrior.
whoa, whoa. There's 2 Tesses?
Tesseract.
Tesseract.
And they call him Tess, and then we have Tess.
Oh,
You're
let's call him
Oh,
Tesseract.
Alright, we
I've
need
never
to.
Tesseract and Tess.
The problem is we're all lazy, and I don't know how to fix
Yeah.
that.
I'm,
We need
I'm
a-
gonna call
we need-
him Tess.
Tess 1, Tess 2.
Can we just call our guildmaster Tess? A little bit.
Tess
Can one of you
little bit.
just change
just
your
a little
name?
bit.
What I think we
Little
need to
bitch.
do, what I think we
Bro.
need to do is every day we need to call Tesseract a different shape, and then we're good to go.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Polygon.
we're gonna
Yeah,
start
Polygon,
today with
Octagon.
Polygon. There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
We're gonna okay, so that's the thing. We're gonna call him Polygon and see how long it takes him to catch on.
And he's not in channel right now, so just go with it. Call him Poly.
Wait, who the fuck is Tesseract?
The leader of the other guild
The leader of the other guys.
He's down in the instance channel right now.
that are joining.
Oh,
grinding Scarlet right now.
you mean the guild you want to absorb somewhere down the road?
The one that
So,
we
like,
are absorbing
tonight-
today.
Yeah, that's why I'm in chat because
We are down the road.
Home.
We are there.
Alright,
Got
alright.
home and is like, join the
So,
Discord. Okay.
Everybody's in the same boat. You call Tesseract Polygon. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, full stop. Yeah.
Alright,
I'm,
Polygon,
like,
whatever.
I'm farming these. I'm farming out in 1,000 needles right now with like 8 other horde guys, which is kind of amusing. And none of them have killed me. They're all looking at me. I'm waiting for one of them to kill me. One of
I think out
them
of every zone I've ran
Dude,
through,
you're
I've
a
died
warlock.
the most in
Nobody-
1,000 needle.
Nobody wants to fight a warlock.
It's like mages.
except
Don't
for
fight a
there's
mage.
8 of them.
I mean, yeah, but
If
you're
there
a
were
warlock.
8 of me, I wouldn't even fight a warlock.
I know.
I love fighting warlocks, dude. I fuck them up.
Dude, me
You're
too,
rogue?
man.
No, I'm a warrior. You can't
Oh.
fear me.
I pretty much
agree.
run from everybody.
They always try
bubble
that.
and run.
They just killed my Voidwalker.
Rogues and warriors both destroy warlocks.
Oh,
From grinding.
Sham, you missed it earlier. I went down to Booty Bay to get on the boat to head over to Ungoro, and there were like 30 horde on the boat, like all level 30s and 40s.
So when you flash back to your gangbang days,
I destroyed every one of them, dude.
it's like a whole bunch
I
of
was
big
in
dudes
South
standing
Shore
around you.
waiting for a little while. and
No, dude, I
destroyed
killed
them.
every single one of them.
You didn't kill 30 horde by yourself.
It was like, okay, so it wasn't 30, but it was like 18
It was-
horde versus 4 of us.
It was a level 12 orc and his buddy with autism.
No. Ask Dip when he gets back on. Dip actually watched me stream it. I streamed it on Discord.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Like,
it was some.
Are you geared though? Are you like tank geared to the max?
I was in Fury spec.
Just some random dude new to the game and his 12-year-old brother.
Aww.
I mean, if they're
What's
20
that?
levels below you, dude, they can't fucking hit you. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, it
Well,
literally...
it's spells maybe.
And I like,
Not even, dude.
and then I went to Ratchet, and I was standing by the flight point, and Dip told me that you can actually kill the people that land off the bird because the guards don't aggro to you.
What?
Yeah, like if you stand right on top
Is
of the
it
flight point
slightly
in
too
Ratchet,
far?
yeah, it's too far for the guards to aggro.
That's funny.
So I started murdering everybody, and then a 52 priest jumped me, and I popped recklessness and just shut him down like instantly, like 8 crits in a row.
They're all cocky, like, the guards will back me up.
See,
and they're
that's
like,
part
wait,
of the
hey,
issue.
wait.
Is I never properly learned Warlock, so I don't necessarily know what I can stretch to
Shadow
and
Bolt.
actually do properly.
Yeah, you just put your dots up that you want.
More dots, yeah.
Just dot and run.
Yeah, you just put up every dot, and then you want, and then then you go to the next mob.
Oh no, that's easy for mobbing. I'm more of talking PvP.
Oh, and fear.
More dots, fear, more dots.
Yeah,
fear.
yeah, fear. Yeah, so put up a dot, fear them, put up all your dots, and then
Fear them
know,
again.
You win.
Yeah, and then
Is that
and then they just die
Yeah.
while they're running around in
Flash
circles.
dance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just,
Unless they're a warrior, and then they just pop Berserking Rage and fuck you up.
Or a paladin, then they just start hearthing and bubble.
Yeah, they just leave. Yeah.
Yes, leave.
Wow. Hello.
Hey, how's it
This is
going?
most people we've had in this channel.
It is most people we've had on the channel.
How you doing, Polly?
Warning, warning. Intruders alert. Intruders alert.
Polygon, you there?
I think he was.
His mic must be muted.
Yeah.
Whatever. He'll join soon.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Good dip.
dip.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of how I feel as well.
True.
Yeah, I can get down with
we hear
that.
Static. We just hear static.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yo.
Okay, so this meeting is going to be interesting because I am like zoning out in BRD. So
I'm running from Decimus to Feral.
I'm not tanking, so it's not like I have to like strain my brain at all. I just have to manage my risk.
Because you have to strain your brain to warrior tank.
Dude, do you realize how hard it is to do big pulls in fucking BRD as a warrior tank when everything nets your ass? It sucks.
Should have been a
I
gnome.
know, man. I used to roll joints while fucking tanking.
Should have been a gnome.
Hey, some guy named Waterbender joined the guild.
Yeah, he's a mage. He's pretty cool.
Was that one of Polygon's
That's a cool
guys,
name.
or?
Jesus Christ.
Get mics, bros. If you guys talk to Acme much, and his god awful mic, you guys we'll take a guild pool and buy that dude a proper mic one of these days.
Oh, is that good?
It's that bad.
Is that like a
like rubbing it between his butt cheeks or something? I don't know.
is that a global mute and raid chat and raid or something?
He's getting good. He's starting to mute himself.
Oh, okay.
I've only been a part of this guild for like 2 weeks, so I barely know anybody.
Oh, good time then.
or 3 weeks, basically since.
Holy shit, there are a lot of people in here.
Yeah, there should be like another 10 from our guild.
I didn't think we'd have this many people in here, so I'm happy.
Well, Tesseract put out that basically it's mandated for us to show up to at least introduce ourselves and be a part of the meeting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wanted people to, but we'll see how many I can pull.
I showed up.
Oh, hey, Polygon's mic's working.
Hey, Tess, did I get into group 1?
Yeah, I just haven't updated the spreadsheet yet. Well,
Yes! Yes!
yeah, I gotta update the spreadsheet still. And I gotta coordinate with,
I have a group scrub. I like
The low-key irritated me so much.
Did you change it?
No, I can't edit his own post.
Oh, you can't edit his
I
post?
would have edited it. I would have changed it, but I can't.
I can edit it.
Oh.
Giving our guildies a few more minutes to get. I can't wait till this Discord has 40 people in a channel. It's gonna be so much fun.
This poor Discord.
And by fun, I mean cancer. Because we've already got like 4 people in this Discord that don't know how to use the push.
Didn't
You don't need
say
a push
Acme's
talk
mic's
if
bad?
you don't need a push talk if your mic's set up correctly.
Right. Yeah, you do. Sometimes
I
you
hope
breathe
everybody's
heavily.
honest when it comes to how bad each other sound with mics, because I will start being honest.
Yeah, how's my mic sound? How's my mic sound? Just tell me.
Slightly ear-shattering, but not too bad.
I have to turn everybody down to about 2%. That's because I leave my stuff out loud.
So wait. You would rather like manually drag everybody down to 2% instead of just like lowering the volume overall?
Well, the friends I chat with, all their stuff is set low, so it's kind of a weird like.
They need to turn their stuff up.
They're non-WoW friends.
Jug's microphone test sound better?
Ooh, that does sound better.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised. That sounds really good.
See, that's all we need to do. You just need to, you're not insulting anybody. Just saying, turn down
Before
their
it sounded
gain.
like you were in the middle of your garage, and now it sounds like you're in your living room.
Well, I was working on my car.
Sounds. I would do that in my garage.
I need my tires rotated.
Here
Doug.
in my garage.
They rotate as you drive down the road. It's fine.
Could have done it while I was down there.
I don't really need my tires rotated. Just giving them shit.
It's an innuendo.
Yeah, just buy a real-wheel drive vehicle. You don't need to do that shit.
Venom sacks have ship drop.
God. I'm gonna kill this boss and then
really enjoying the
get this started.
the horde in this server.
Oh, I think I'm gonna end up tanking. Yep, there it is.
Really chill.
I'm attempting to keep everybody's name on the list in Discord to keep scrolling it, and eventually there's not going to be enough space.
Well, thanks for showing up. Now, the reason I called this meeting today is I want to discuss a few things about the guild. My name is Jugzilla, and I am a rogue.
So, I thought we agreed the other day that this meeting was going to start with Jugs rapping for us, and he said that he extended his.
He extended it.
I got something better than that. Okay. I did.
You sure about that?
I wrote a song for us. You want to hear it?
Does it have a tune, or is
I
it
would
just
love to hear
spoken
it,
word?
Jugs.
Alright.
Do it, Chuck.
Alright. Tank's got a tank. Healer's got a heal. We don't want to wipe. Don't pull the room. I wrote that song. It's called. I call that song Katy Perry.
Does it end with?
Oh boy.
That was 10 out of 10 jokes. Thank you for that. And that is in no way it's not related to any song that is currently.
Depression check.
I also feel like his first single.
Calling
was
in for
better.
depression.
Depression check.
Roll for depression.
Alright, so how's everybody doing tonight?
I was doing okay.
Yeah, how many people we got in Discord that I don't know? Or in Discord, that word. Holy shit, there's a lot of you.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Jesus fuck.
See, 3 or 4 of our people.
Acme, I came over with the garbage merge. Yep.
We got more than 3 or 4 in here, guys. Let's be real about it.
All right.
I do recognize quite a few of the
I
names.
don't know.
Yeah, I recognize quite a few of the names in here. Just there's quite a few that I don't know too. For those of you that are already in Last Chance that didn't know, haven't been in Discord because you're late or just joined the guild today, the guild garbage is we're enveloping them. So we're going to be inviting quite a few people here in just a little, I presume, probably after the meeting, and yeah, so that's happening. Some more people to level with.
Sweet.
Sorry, I'm halfway DPSing, so. Other than that, most of this meeting was just for the people in Last Chance to remember to sign up for the raids. Like, even if you're not 60, it still helps us know what we need to recruit if you plan on raid in Classic. There's a raid sign-up channel in the Discord. Just scroll all the way to the top, look at what I originally posted, click the link, and yeah, do that if you plan on raiding. The other thing was just kind of let you know what we as officers kind of expect as raiders in the guild, and that is, at least 75%, which starting off is going to be 1 day a week on Tuesday, possibly 2 days a week if we're terrible. 7 to 10 EST, pretty standard. And then also, I know some people in the guild are planning on raiding in retail as well, or continuing to try to play retail. Our big thing is looking at long term. When AQ and Naxos come out, we will need 3 days to raid, and our raid days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if you can't dedicate that to it, you probably shouldn't sign up for raids. We need to make sure that even 6 months from now, we have all of our raiders available. Otherwise, there's no point in us giving. It would just be wasted. Also, with that, if you do plan on raiding, this is vanilla. We can't have raid loggers, and that's when you just log in for raid, and that's all you do. You have to be on farming consumables. I do expect people to come to raid with. So, if you're raiding on both, just make sure you find the time for other things than raiding. Easy part of the conversation over with. Anybody got any questions?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. What is the recommended point at which we need to be 60?
We're planning on having first guild raid by no later. Again, this is no later than the 1st of...
You cut out.
The 1st of October. So, you got 3 weeks.
In other words, ASAP.
It's plenty of time.
Yeah,
Well,
that's more than enough time. Of course, that doesn't mean if you don't make it, you can't eventually raid. Just, you gotta realize, if we have 35 people ready to raid and we're waiting on you, we're gonna raid.
Right.
Any other questions before we get into all the fun stuff?
I know you guys are planning on doing you're planning on being more competitive bleeding edge raids, but for those who may be slower or getting geared or maybe not as competitive as you guys, what are your thoughts on having a secondary or a scrub raiding group?
I mean, absolutely. I raid 7 days a week if I can, so more than likely eventually we'd have another. But in all reality, this is Classic, so show up to raids and get the loot.
And it's also considered it's 40 people, so if we have more than 40 people, of course we can do a raid, but I mean, I don't want to say it's going to be tough to get 40 people into a raid, but that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. I agree. Okay, just curious. Mostly just so I don't sign up for no reason.
No, you're good.
Because I don't know with my job if I can put in that much time. So I will probably not sign up and see how things lay out. But I'll still hang out.
Well, we also do need standbys, like was said, and so there will be the idea behind this guild is to be more hardcore on the raiding scene, but at the same time we are a friends and family guild. I've got people in the guild that aren't raiding. I'm sure you guys do as well. I don't see any issues with.
if you're on during raid and you didn't plan on raiding that day because you had to work earlier, but you got off early and someone left raid, of course we can bring.
Right. Okay.
Anything else?
Makes sense to me. I'm good.
Would you define us as casual core?
No. I'll define you as casual.
Ouch.
Damn.
That's fine.
Hey, we don't know each other that well yet. I don't know how casual I want to get with you, man.
Well, see, you know, this is how I know. I'm 55 and you're what, 30?
You're 55?
Level.
Oh, wait. No, I'm not 55. I'm 56. I'm
Level,
56.
not age.
Just dinged.
Oh, age. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were level 50. Oh, shit.
I am level 50.
Casually wasted Jugzilla, dude.
Level 56, yes. So now the bittersweet whole point of this whole entire conversation that every one of us officers, because it sucks to talk about. So how we're gonna do this is because there are so many people in here. Obviously, it's a little harder to do. We are going to talk about a subject. Everybody is going to get to share their opinion. I'll go down the list and just ask you what your opinions are, and let everybody get a voice in. If you don't care, you don't care. I don't care. Say what you want. But then afterwards, the officers, and that does include Tesseract, will be going into another channel.
Damn it.
And making a final decision. Sorry, I forgot.
Hey, can we talk about loot systems before we do that?
That's
what we're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so I've been talking to a few people in the guild and outside of the guild for a few days to find out opinions on what the best loot system would be to use in a 40-man raid team and guild of our caliber. And it comes down to Loot Council and EPGP. A quick rundown of what those are in case you don't know because you haven't played in forever. EPGP is a point-based system that every time you log in for a raid, you get a point. Every time you kill a boss, you get a point. Every hour in raid, you get a point. Whatever it may be, we can assign the values to literally anything. But by doing stuff in guild, you get a point. And then when a piece of gear drops, you bid your points, highest bidder gets the gear. It incentivizes people showing up to raids and being more active.
It's DKP with decay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It has a decay system, so people can't hoard their points. Again, that can be modified to fit whatever we need it to fit, as well as many other things. The other system is Loot Council, which is more of a player-driven system. It is a lot based on trust, but it's basically when an item drops, officers or a council will decide who the item goes to. Yeah, that's the loot system. As a community, we've kind of gathered the pros and cons of each of the systems, and basically come to the conclusion, the majority conclusion after talking to several people, is that EPGP is the system that incentivizes attendance. Like I said, it's great in every aspect for that. The downside to it is it can be used as a very single-minded system, and that is not what a 40-man raid team wants. That's that. There are other minor little things that I'll let some people speak up when it's their turn, but in the gist of it, that's it. Whereas with Loot Council, again, loot's handed out based on who the council thinks deserves it. The downside is it can become a biased system if not handled properly. That's that. So, yeah.
Before we get to everybody talking, I do want to just add a couple points there. One of the reasons we were kind of leaning away from Loot Council is because it can be very biased. You know, bribes can happen through Whisper, that kind of thing. And one of the reasons we are leaning away from EPGP is the same thing can happen. You know, I'll bid this many points this week, you know, through Whisper, you know, even form an own channel. I'm going to bid minimum points so that I don't have to waste all my points. Okay, cool. You know, I'll let you have that piece of gear. I mean, it can both be used for any kind of level of conspiration, or you can conspire, I guess.
Yep.
So there are negatives and drawbacks to both.
Collusion.
Collusion, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Ooh, good word.
So, yeah, I'm just basically what I'm going to do is go down the list when I say your name. If you know the two systems and have an opinion on why something is good, why something is bad, speak up. You know, we do want to hear everybody's opinion on the systems, but do keep in mind that us as officers in this guild, our job is, you know, we have to determine, we're expecting people. We're going to make a decision tonight, and some people are going to leave guild because they don't like the loot system. So as officers, it's our job to not only pick what's best for loot-wise, but also best to keep us in track with raiding at the 1st of October, which is not losing half of our team.
And best for longevity.
Yep. So again, like I said, we want to hear everybody's opinions, but just because it seems like this channel is giving a majority of something, that doesn't mean that's going to be. Just do keep that in mind. This is a really hard conversation to have with 25 people.
We've been dreading this for days.
We have. So, Acme, you're up. Congratulations on being the A in Discord.
That's by design. So, first and foremost, I'm for Loot Council, and the reason I would say why is simply because with something like EPGP and having raided for years and years and years, being part of DKP, EPGP, and Loot Council, basically, what it comes down to is Loot Council is a system that can be flawed under mismanagement, whereas point-based systems are kind of inherently flawed from the ground up, given their individual nature. So the potential for collusion is present in both, but one sort of actively encourages think for yourselfism, whereas the other kind of under proper management can bring the guild closer together, and think of it more as a whole, as a team, as a cohesive unit. And the other thing too is we actually have access to a couple tools that we didn't have access to before, under the original vanilla WoW, such as streaming loot councils. So basically anyone who wants to can watch the proceedings of a loot council without necessarily, getting into the whole peanut gallery sort of, the little nipping that loot council doesn't need nor want. So that's kind of my take on it. And I know back in the past they would pull random people from Vent, but I think streaming Loot Council is actually really, really effective. So that's where I sit.
Can't hear you, Jugs.
I'm sorry. What do you mean by streaming Loot Council?
We would use a streaming service, either Discord, or we can even use Twitch. And you would actually stream the audio and the video of Loot Council as they're discussing the object in question.
The idea would be you could sit in the Discord channel and listen all you want, but there could still be whispers. So if you stream the game, you could sit in the Discord channel and see them actually deciding and in real time, so that they're not actually colluding against people.
Yeah,
so that is a fair system.
Integrity.
It also
Precisely.
It also allows for people to actually listen to the conversation of why a piece was given
Exactly.
to an individual, and it's a straight record that can just stay up permanently on a Twitch stream.
Yeah, I believe in any system, communication is key, and I think Loot Council allows for better communication between its party members.
Yep.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm all good. Go ahead, guys.
Balak, you got anything to say about him?
I'm gonna pass because I don't think I'm gonna be able to rate at the times they are right now.
Okay, Vista, what about you?
Static.
Can't hear you.
We're just getting static.
Yeah, it's just static.
I can hear him trying to talk.
I had the fucking mute mic. Sorry. Yeah, Acme pretty much said everything I wanted to bring up. I just wanted to know if we are gonna do the point system.
If we are going to do the point system,
Yeah, if we do that, will the point systems be posted in like a picture on the Discord, so that way there's no shaving points or any kind of
I
shenanigans?
believe you can use an add-on. I don't know if they have one fitted for vanilla or not.
yeah, normally there's an add-on that the entire guild downloads, and then they can also. Like Sham said though, I don't know if the add-on's working in vanilla yet because they did do all the API changes. So that would be something we do have to look into when making the decision tonight.
But otherwise, if we did go through a point system, it would be, online spreadsheet accessible to anybody at any time, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Thanks.
Yep. So I need.
Yep.
Okay. Cactuar, it's you. Your mic is me. Say something in guild if you want to pass or in Discord.
Yeah, I think I tend towards Loot Council, but I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. Candid, you?
I believe in rewarding players that are mechanically better that are going to lead the raid, right? So I think those players should get the gear, so I'd go with Loot Council on that front. I think the auctioning system of the points can be... I could trick you into spending more points on that item this week and then getting that item next week sort of thing. So I think that system's flawed. Yeah, Loot Council.
Okay. CRT? Wait, he whispered to me, sorry. Here, I'll see. I'm putting it in Discord what he said. It's in my chat log.
All right.
Durian, you?
I've always had good experiences with Loot Council.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Dip and Dot.
I'm in favor of Loot Council. However, I want to know if there's going to be attendance is going to be taken in consideration when awarding.
Oh yes.
Awarding players.
Yes, definitely. 100%.
Yeah, the guy that shows up once every 3 weeks is definitely not going to be very weighted on gear.
Yeah.
All right.
If we
obviously we do want to gear people up though.
That is a good question though, and I should specify this. If when we go to the officer chat tonight, if we do choose to do EPGP or Loot Council, we will, as officers, define the priorities or the rule line out of how exactly they're gonna. Simply because we'd have to talk about it more in depth before giving an answer on a lot of things, because there are a lot of questions about both systems. If you were to use EPGP, how many points go out to win. So that kind of stuff, the micromanagement of systems will be figured out later.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Early death.
Loot Council. I don't really have an opinion on either, though.
Okay. Health potion?
I'm indifferent.
Indifferent. Okay. Jack?
While my rating participation may be hit or miss, I would tend to lean towards Loot Cancel.
Okay.
Kind of develop more of an understanding of each other's classes and needs.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Alright, Jugs, you're up.
I feel somewhat like Christopher Hitchens invited to a Catholic church to debate. I am against Loot Council. There is no incentive to attendance inherent in this system, and that will be important. I do not. I was intrigued by the idea of streaming as a way to maintain the inherent flaws that we all know are going to happen with a Loot Council system. I don't want to stream. I am against streaming.
That doesn't mean you have to stream.
Again, but I mean, maybe some people on Loot Council would be against streaming. To be railroaded into that sort of thing seems kind of a gas to me. But the major problem I have with Loot Council is it comes in a human error. Okay, I remember when I was in Vanilla, the CTS dropped, Chromatic Tempered Sword, and that became a fight between the Rogues and the Fury Warriors. Now, which Loot Council decides who gets that?
It could come down to a roll if they decide.
Mistakes are going to be made. I would rather have a point system where you can come in, you can be a good raider, you can do your job, you can show up on time, and you can raid.
So,
and that's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, Jonas. I appreciate your opinion. I just want to play devil's advocate with you here a little bit. So let's say there is two pieces of gear that drop in this raid tonight, and one gives a 4% upgrade, and one gives a 10% upgrade for that class. But the person wants to wait for the 4% upgrade because that's the piece of loot that they want. So they don't take the one that would be the bigger upgrade because they want to save their points. So for the raid, is that better for the raid as a 40-man team for them to save their points to pick a piece that is not going to be as big of an upgrade for them?
Okay, here's what happens though. Another person picks up that upgrade and gets that 4%, and somebody else gets that 10%. It all gets spread out. You just I like having a point system. I like seeing a scoreboard. That's all I have to say about it. I would like to have a dictatorship too. I mean, what you're saying is good. I'm not going to quit the guild over this shit, but I'd rather have it this way because it can create a lot of hard feelings. People are going to talk. You know, they see a Loot Council meeting. I don't care. Nobody's going to stream it anyways. Nobody's going to fucking do that. And so like, it's
not going to be an option.
Yeah, that wouldn't be an option. If that was the rule we set in place, that would be the rule set in place. And I'm not against streaming, so even if I had to and just sit in on the meeting, that would be what happened. Just to clarify that point there.
All right. Well, I'm not going to quit the game over this, but like, I like rules, and I can live by them. Yeah, that's my piece. I'm done.
Okay. Just a rumor.
Hey, I've never raided, so I don't care.
Okay.
That a girl?
It's a grill sham.
Oh, it's a grill. Gotcha.
Candle your.
Well, we spoke about it a lot, and I have to say I'm for Loot Council as long as we can maintain a good Loot Council, and it's all about guild progression. But you know, a loot system with points wouldn't hurt, and I mean, you know about the attendance. We need rewards for people who show up 3 days a week.
Yep,
that's what I think about it.
Yep, 100% agree. All right, Manchester. I don't know if you got him. Yeah, you have a mic.
He's Shiva in guild.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shiva and guild, my guildies can verify this, said good with either Lean Loot Council as long as it's
not corrupt. He cut out.
Smiley face.
Sorry, I'll hold
Can't
my.
forget
Yeah,
that.
sorry, smiley.
Just change your threshold so it lasts longer. You can do that in Discord.
Yeah, I will here in a little bit. All right, Pentakill.
I don't really have enough experience with either, so I'm going to say indifferent.
All right. Let's do Revive. Or
Revi.
Yeah, Revi, sorry.
So I'm generally for Loot Council. My basis on this is I do agree with the streaming. I've also have stream already set up and everything. I can be willing to do that if need be. One thing that is very important you can also do to help maintain integrity is to assign class officers and have the class officers sit in with the Loot Council meeting to actually validate which piece goes to which person. So we stop looking at what people want as much as we look at what's the actual best upgrade for the class. One of my biggest problems with the DKP/EPG system is what it comes down to eventually is a system where people are coming to raids for points, and people are worried about showing up time for points, and people are worrying about progressing for points. And what you end up having is this trend of people show up to get points, they don't show up to raid because they're showing up to get gear individually, they're not showing up for the guild, at least in my opinion. So I feel like that system is flawed towards getting more people to get gear for themselves instead of getting more people to get gear for the guild. Now, I believe both can be corrupt, but at the same time, with streaming and having multiple people part of the loot council, I mean literally a class officer for everybody, along with an outside source, be that a guild leader or another officer that has no say within the loot council, just be there to validate. There's tons and tons of ways that we can actually be really clear and show exactly why a person got a piece of gear or why they deserve that piece of gear. So that's it for me.
Okay. Sham, did you have anything you wanted to throw in?
I do just want to say that I lean more towards Luke. I do believe that the idea of having class officers that have an expertise in their class that not necessarily argue with the other class officers, but kind of give their piece as to why this class or this person in particular in that class would be more deserving of that loot. I think that's a really good system, and having a third party, like you said, that has no say in the matter whatsoever, but is just there to make sure that it is a clean conversation, there's no bias one way or the other. I think that's a good way to have some transparency in the matter. That's all I have to say.
If I can add something to us, like we talked about it's the between pulls that's going to be longer also, the loot council. Like, that's one thing we have to consider also.
Yeah, and if we end up going with loot council when we go to our officer meeting, that will be something we discuss, because that's obviously really important.
One thing I may add, normally on a loot council system, the person leading the raid is not the person that is in a loot council, meaning that if Tess leads the raid, he would not be part of the loot council at all. And what would happen is he would be continuing to lead the raid while the loot council happens.
Yep. Okay, so Super Cal.
Yeah. So it's been like 10 years since I raided, so I don't really remember what we used. It was some sort of DKB EPGP kind of thing, but it wasn't like it worked really well, and there wasn't like a collusion because you didn't bid like so many points. It was you bid all of your points, and then you just went back to zero after you got an item.
The Suicide Kings.
Yep, Suicide Kings.
Okay.
I've heard of that, but I didn't know what it was.
All right, that worked out just well. And then there were like 3 categories. There was like a weapon, offhand, and cloth or armor or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how it was, but we had like 3 categories, and you had points that would go up into each. And then I don't know how that worked really well for me. I don't really like the idea of like a dictatorship deciding who gets what. Like, how do you decide like, hey, this guy's DPS is really low, we need to get him up higher, or this guy's way better at DPS, so let's get him.
Generally,
I see where you're coming from.
So I want to interject here because you brought up something completely different. First of all, to answer your question about the loot council style, is that, like I said, we'll go down there and discuss the rules about it. And in that, there is an outline that a loot council, generally speaking, there is an outline that a loot council will follow, saying like priorities sorry, not priority. Is it the proper class? How's their attendance look? How's their DPS look? Do they die constantly? Are they wearing consumables? Like, there's a priority list that the loot council would follow to determine who that item should go to. Because if you've got a player, just for a quick example, if you got a player that literally just logs on to raid, doesn't come to raid with consumables, but does okay DPS, compared to somebody who tries their hardest, brings all the consumables they can, and is pulling the same amount of DPS, by default, using the system that I just said in a priority, the person with consumables would get the item.
I do find it interesting what Gal said. How do you differentiate between someone who is really bad DPS and needs gear and someone who does amazing DPS and would do more DPS?
Very good question.
That's a really good point.
I think think you can look at like the raid logs or whatever, like, and you can kind of see like, oh man, this guy's casting money like a lot more frost bolts or whatever.
Yeah, I
or
guess it
he's-
would be actual
yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
So is the raid council gonna like give us a secret number about or secret ranking? You know, looking at logs.
I feel like it would be less about a ranking, more about what's the difference between how you're performing versus what your gear should be performing at. It's probably what it
Yeah,
It's not like there's going to be a secret rank like, Jugs is number 37. He doesn't get loot this week.
If I could add one thing, one of the easiest ways to think about loot council is it essentially functions where every person in the 40 persons raid, it functions like a piece of a whole. So the idea of like that whole 4% increase, 10% increase, that's actually based on the individual player. So a 4% increase for one person may be a 10% increase for the other, and that is taken into account when deciding loot.
I look at it as it's an economic system. That's what we're doing here.
Well,
so a dictatorship is a little bit different than a capitalist system.
I did also want to mention with what Super Cow said. As to your Suicide Kings, that was one thing we considered. The problem lies with Suicide Kings is because it is a point-based system, it does, give attendance a priority. The problem is if you have somebody new come into raid, say 2 rogues come into raid and 2 weapons drop, the first weapon goes to your really active player. It wasn't much of an upgrade, but was an upgrade, and then a massive item dropped, and it was for the rogue that never comes to raid.
True.
First time in. That's kind of heartbreaking when you do something when that kind of stuff happens. So that's ultimately why we steered away from, even the slash roll system can be faulty like that as well. You can't really
even
control.
loot council could do that if the piece drops off the first one, and then we end up giving the better piece that drops off the second boss to the shitty.
Goodness, and I'm worried about loot council just making a bad decision. That can happen too.
People can make their own bad decisions as well.
I also don't think new people should be getting loot after at least for like 2 weeks of runs.
Oh yes, definitely. No, that's pretty standard unless the item's not needed. Of course, that'll be depending on what system we go through. You use EPGP, and that could inevitably become months before they get a piece of gear, or not months, but a month before they get a piece.
Mm-hmm.
With loot council, it would be more than likely it would be an assigned or an assigned timeline. Unless an item is just blatantly not needed.
Might I add that was one of our concerns with EPGP is once everybody has points, even though there is a decay, everybody will have points. If we end up recruiting somebody, they might have to face the prospect of not getting loot for the first 3-4 weeks because they just have to accumulate points.
No, we're not going that way, obviously. Nobody. I think I was the only one in support of EPGP.
Well, we're not done yet.
We also haven't made a decision.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
more
yeah.
in favor of some sort of point system.
Okay. Are you good with that answer, Super, or do you want to input more?
No, that's all I got.
Back on you.
Okay, hi everybody. First off, I was the guild leader of Garbage that came over here. So nice to meet all of you. Secondly, EPGP, I am actually against. I'm for Loot Council, and it's not because I think that Loot Council is a better system. It's because I think EPGP is a worse system, and I'm just going the path of least resistance in what I think makes a guild successful or not. Some of the reasons were already stated, like collusion. Both systems have corruption. I think Loot Council, when done properly, when you're electing the right people to make the right decisions, has less corruption. So that's always a big selling point for me. The second is I don't feel punished when you're missing a night of raiding. Obviously, if you're doing EPGP in a point-based system, you're being allotted and awarded points for showing up and performing a task. But if you have like an anniversary, with your wife or whatever, and you still make 95% of raids, I don't feel like I want to be punished for missing one single night. Third is on point-based systems, people generally save up for items which they deem are decently big ticket items or what they would like to see drop for them, and they'll skip on minor upgrades. Some of these end up getting sharded later. Obviously, EPGP has a system in place where it can prevent decay. I mean, that is the biggest draw to EPGP in the point of it as it derived from DKP that's what it aimed to fix, was people skipping out on the upgrades that they really should accept and take. The fourth point I have is there's not many DPS races in vanilla. There's only 4. A lot of gear that would help progression is based on your healers and tanks. If you're giving a ring with crit or certain things like that to like a warlock or a mage over a healer, it's actually more detrimental than helpful for the raid's progression. That leads into my 5th point. I think when you use a loot-based system, you have like a selfish mentality.
How many more points you got, man? Jeez.
Let him talk.
I'm just laying out my thoughts. You're free to disagree. Actually, know what? No, I'll just end there. That's fine.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying you had a lot of thoughts there.
I do also, because of something that he said in that, I should have stated this at the beginning. No matter what system we go with, there is still a priority list behind it. Yeah, and so everybody understands what that is. Like he said, tanks generally are going to receive gear first. If you're a Fury Warrior, you're not getting something that'll upgrade the tank. And then we got 2 more, sorry. Tragic, you got anything?
Yeah. I tend to lean towards Loot Council because I think like EPGP is gonna breed like the selfishness and people not rolling for gear that they should probably take or probably have because you want to hold out for something else. And I hope like the ideal with like Loot Council is ideally it's what's best for the raid. And I think with EPGP, everybody's kind of, you feel like you're on your own and you're fighting with everyone else for loot instead of, trying to work together to get the best upgrade for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's about it. I lean more towards Loot Council, but I'm kind of cool with either.
Okay. And Zamuzia, I probably just butchered that.
Yeah, it's a Xbox name. It's Xamusia, but this is Kilneus. What's up, guys? I would say Loot Council, just because it's easier to figure out what's going to be most beneficial to the raid and go from there. I guess I'd just throw it out that back in the Burning Crusade, and I don't know if this was a 25-man thing, but the guild I was in would do a loot council with a wish list. So you would make a wish list, submit it to your officer, and so it'd be like tier 1, you get 2 items, tier 2, etc. And then use that as kind of a basis to figure out who needs what gear. So I figured I'd throw that out.
That's a really interesting idea. Who did you say you were? Are you in guild already?
Kilneus. Yeah, he's in guild.
Okay.
He is, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Wow, that's awesome. So, so I think we've kind of heard everybody's opinion. I don't want to start a huge debate because, let's be real, a debate on this could last the next 20 hours and still not come to a resolve. So at this, with this, we're going to have a little officer meeting, kind of make the final what we're going to do. And then whichever one we go with, we're going to go ahead and assign the rules to as well, or the priorities, as well as any fine tuning. And I'll have all that posted in Discord later tonight, so that way everybody can see it. And then obviously we'll have 20 days to make an ultimate, fix if something's wrong on that list, or we think we need to change a priority or something like that. And also, we are going to go ahead and promote a couple of our people up to officers tonight. So Dippin' Dots and Candles are going to be new officers in the guild.
Hey, congrats.
To match with Nia and Sham.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.
And so I'm going to go ahead and take everybody down to the officer channel. For the rest of you guys, I appreciate you guys coming in. Tesseract, I'll drag you down, and the officers, I need to get you set up with permissions to get down in that channel later on tonight. Anybody have any questions before we go?
Yeah, I got one question. How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
Well, I heard you go to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
I'll take you out of
I prefer Popeyes.
The Popeye's
And
chicken
the
sandwich.
real
Though.
discussion begins.
No, okay, this is gonna tear the guild apart right here.
I got a real question though. Did anybody actually get their hands on the Popeye's chicken sandwich? Anybody?
Yes, it's so
What?
good. It's so good.
I haven't heard anybody who actually did.
I got it the first day because I didn't know that they had it. I didn't even know
Was it worth the hype?
For me, yes, because I wasn't hyped. I just got it.
Okay.
So
that's all I needed.
It's good.
Damn, this is a good sandwich.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
All right. Sorry, was killing a boss. Any other questions for Drag?
Yeah, I guess since I don't really know you guys, like, well, what's the background on Last Chance? How long have you guys been playing together? Like, what's like? Did you guys? I don't know when you guys were created. How you guys all know each other or anything?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good question, and I'll let. I'm also going to let Tesseract answer that since he's got his group of people here as well. So for Last Chance, me and Sham, the current officer, have been playing together for 10 years, ever since Firelands and Cataclysm. He joined when I was a raid leader in a X's guild, and since then, since we left that guild and that all fell apart, I've always raid led. Last Chance actually started in Legion.
It wasn't Last Chance was a Burning Crusade.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, it was. We also had a Legion, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
It was on retail.
It's not a new name.
Yeah, it's not a new name for us. And as for myself, the people who came to this game with me, there's Sham, my wife, my mother is playing, my wife's best friend is playing. I've got a couple friends that I've met 2 or 3 years ago playing games. Like, we're a long-term group of friends.
For Sham, my personal experience, I started playing in BC. Started taking the game seriously, and Wrath of the Lich King have rated every expansion since then, including current content. We've played on pretty much every private server out. We've done vanilla servers, BC servers. I've done Wrath server. So it's not a new game at least for me.
And then Tesseract, I guess you can introduce your guys.
Yeah, my group is it's kind of the same thing. Bunch of friends. Revy is my brother. We've rotated through all kinds of MMOs. We actually just got done playing Final Fantasy XI on a private server. We played through all the WoW expansions between us. My brother and I love PvP. He's led a bunch of raids. We just got done doing like Mythic BFA. So we just quit retail and decided that we wanted to come play Classic, and here we are. We shoved everybody in a clown car and came over.
Well, there you go. At least y'all fit.
It's a lot of big heads to fit in that car.
You have no idea.
Far too many warriors.
At least we're not all Tauren, right?
No, we're just all gnomes.
On the inside,
Gnome is the master race.
Gnome fucking master race, baby.
So yeah, any other questions from anybody? That was a really good question, by the way, since everybody's in.
I'm thinking Tragic is a troll druid. I don't know why.
Where did you guys come up with the name Last Chance?
We went back to Legion to play. We stopped playing WoW for a little bit. We went back to Legion and decided to make a guild, and that was kind of our last chance at playing. And as you can see, that definitely was not true, and we've kind of just used it every time since.
We were trying to come up with a name for a really long time. What is our classic name going to be? And he approached me. And he's like, all right, you got to pick the name. Come up with it. You got like 3 weeks to do it. And I kept thinking, and eventually it was just like, let's just go with Last Chance. This is the last chance to play vanilla. So that's how we landed there.
Now, I've been using the clan name Last Chance and guild names Last Chance for like 20 years.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, it was just kind of like my buddy was like, hey, there's a Last Chance guild. We should join them. And then I think he messaged somebody, and then I was like, yeah, invite me too. So
like, those fuckers sniped my guild name.
Yeah, that's
kind
kind of my story. I
Yeah,
haven't
we
played in a
were
long
Last
time.
Chance at Burning Crusade.
Oh, gotcha.
Somebody else was just talking a second ago.
Is it
as a lot of you guys probably heard me introduce myself earlier, I hadn't played in many, many years since college, basically. And when I heard Classic come out, I got kind of excited again and decided to give it another shot. And now that I'm more of an adult, I can actually put some understanding into it.
Wrap your head around it. Yeah.
Get better at the game. So.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad you all came in Discord. And just so you know, I'm in here every day, all day. So, like, I literally beg people to come in to talk to me. So y'all should, like, I want to see this many people in Discord every day.
If I'm playing, I'm in Discord. So.
Alrighty, awesome. Alright, any other good questions before I drag it? Or I make Sham do it?
Hey, this is Jugs. I had an awesome idea. You know, we should do Scarlet Monastery to build the guild and help seal some bonds of valor and glory together.
40-man Scarlet Monastery.
That sounds like a really great idea, Jugs. You should set that up.
So I need to run some graveyard.
As for the officers, I'm going to go ahead and drag now. Or Sham's going to drag us down.
Oh shit, my game froze.
I'm about... Oh shit. I'm about 3 bars away from 32.
I can't drag. And he's gone.
Nah, I mean.
What are you at, Jugs? Level wise.
How do you not know? And then like 2 or 3 people in the office were laughing about it, and I was like, this is not, no. We all agree that as a society, some things were acceptable and some things were not. One of the unacceptable.
Alright, World of Warcraft is acceptable, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm intermittently muting myself so you guys don't have to hear the soapbox right now.
Oh,
Who's
is that
she?
your background?
Who's your wife? Who's your wife talking to there? She sounds.
My non-WoW friends.
Talk about
every night for us. Yeah, all they're hearing is you talking very loudly. Yeah, you are.
Hey!
Yeah, they're all yelling at you.
Hey!
Sarcastically. Yeah.
Hey, get my boy needs a beer.
Oh boy. Jugs, what level are you at,
buddy?
Dude, I hit 40. I turned 40 years old.
Oh.
Like
40 levels old?
No, with both within like
boy.
3 days of each other. Yeah, congratulations.
Yo,
Fuck
wow,
that.
You made it this far. I figured, I just turned 30 this year, so I'm like, whatever. That was a good run.
Like the sequel.
She didn't get you a beer. She's still sitting there talking.
Yep. There's actually not a drop in the house at the moment. I work in aviation, so try to stay away from it on the weekdays. Sometimes unsuccessfully.
Wait, what do you do in aviation?
I work for government contractors. Or a government contractor.
Oh, I work for the government too. Or what, your contractor?
Work for the government or for a government contractor?
Yeah, never mind. That is work for the government. I'm a pothead mailman. So
I work for
if I'm playing World of Warcraft,
I work for Northrop Grumman.
Pretty high.
Ooh, Northrop Grumman.
Yeah.
Hey, the F-35 sucks ass. When are you gonna fix that?
It, so.
Yeah, no.
That's not our specific.
The F-20, F-22. That plane's actually good.
35 was an overpriced piece of shit. I believe that was Lockheed Martin, not Northrop Grumman.
Yeah, Northrop Grumman did the F-22.
Yep.
I think, right?
Lockheed Martin did the F-22 as well.
I don't know. These companies keep buying each other out.
To be honest, from the inside, they all build each other's parts. So we actually build parts of the F-35.
The F-35 is the most fucked up project ever in the history of the world. You know, it's like let's make a plane that can do everything. You know, like
and nothing. Do everything.
Yeah.
Do everything, but do nothing well.
It's scary. It's scary, man. But what's amazing though? They've kind of actually got it to work. You know,
sort of. Still an overpriced piece of hardware.
We should build more F-16s.
I'm a fan of that airplane. It was a good airplane.
Yeah.
So I worked general aviation for 7 years before that, and I just switched over because benefits and money. So
you
small airplanes.
You have the job I should have. Instead, I drive a forklift for a truck factory.
If it pays the bills, man.
It does pay the bills. Yes, it does pay the bills. But airplanes are cooler than trucks. You been to Wright Pat?
Nope. I have not.
Oh my god.
I'm in Florida, so.
What shit? People from Ohio go to Florida all the time. You know what the fuck?
I'd love to go to Dayton. Dayton Air Museum. It's pretty good.
Oh, dude, it's like
Air and Space. I go down to Cape Canaveral all the time. I'm like an hour and a half away from there. I can see all the Falcon 9 launches from my backyard.
See, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you can go to Dayton for me on Wednesday. I really don't want to go work in that office.
You work at the museum?
No, I work in an attorney office.
Oh.
In Dayton? I went to school in Dayton. I was in UD.
Too far away.
I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I'm
hey, me too.
You didn't catch Minnesota?
Yeah,
I
I live
actually
in
catch
Columbia
the-
Heights.
I'm from Noga.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I grew up in Andover.
There's just way too much snow up
Andover
there.
Huskies.
Well, I'm a bit older. Andover High School wasn't there when I graduated.
I know they just introduced that, the year before I graduated? So,
Okay, yeah, I was class of 2002.
yeah, I'm 05.
I'm still way older than all you guys.
Yeah, it's a small
It's
world.
okay. It's World of Warcraft is for bringing people together. At least, supposedly.
So,
And then tearing
sounds
them
like,
apart.
sounds
the
like we're
inside.
going with Loot Council?
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna turn that kind of thing down there. I was the only person in disagreement with the council.
I didn't really have any concern
I'm on a point system. I disagree with Loot Council.
until they said that they got friends and wife and brothers and sisters. And
But that's why I want to know their background.
that's my only. That's my concern.
They're gonna preference their. It's
No. They probably won't.
Otherwise, I don't give a shit about Luke Council.
I have pretty good faith in the guys around the guild. It's just you're
They seem pretty
setting.
professional.
Yeah, it's just a bad system. You step away for a second, some asshole like, I don't know, Jugzilla steps in there and starts giving his second fucking cousins the best loot. You know?
Yeah, that's my.
Gotta watch out for that asshole.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't let him
Eye
do his
on
that.
him.
Yeah, that.
Why is he not in guild chat?
You know, the way I always felt about it, though, is just, you show up, you do your job, you raid good, I'm just a rogue, I do DPS. That's all I gotta do. A really simple job. You do that job well,
Push buttons.
the loot just comes to you. You know? You don't gotta worry about it.
To be honest, I'm not necessarily. I'd love to experience true rating at some point, but just because of my job and everything, I basically have to go to bed at 9 every night, and it really sucks because I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I have
Plus
to
that, I
wake,
work 4 10s.
I have to wake up at 5 every morning. I'm gonna pull it off easy.
Yeah. If I was waking up at 5, I'd probably be down for a 10 o'clock raid or 10 p.m. ending raid. But
But can you not function with 6 hours of sleep once or twice a week?
Still just a kid, man.
No, yeah.
I'm still chewing my Flintstones vitamins.
Yeah, and see, and then you grow up into that. You remember the teenage years
I'm
when you
actually
could go
doing
for
very
4.
well at functioning at 7. I just don't know if I could do it 3 days a week.
Well, we're not gonna do that for a while. Yeah, it's just like you just gotta stay up late, like Tuesday night. Is that it?
So you're saying Tuesday, and Wednesday with the raid nights?
Tuesday, maybe
Thursday.
Okay.
You can do that shit, man. It's
I just want to be that dude who's like, having a rough week or whatever, and be like, oh, I gotta log off. Don't want to be that asshole that ruins it.
What?
Or not like anybody would depend on my skills, but if you depend on my skills,
just don't be that asshole. That's all.
Oh man, if you were 40, you're level 40 or 50?
No, I'm 40 years old and I'm level 40.
If you wanted to come out the Shimmering Flats, you would have an absolute field day right now. Nobody's attacking anybody. Like, I'm leveling around with like 12.5 horde. I'm the only dude here. Nobody's even taking a swing at me.
That's the way it is in STV right now.
What do you want
Which
people
is really
to come out
weird.
there and stir the pot?
Yes. I kind of miss getting ganked.
Dude, really, I look, nobody fucks with me in STV either.
That's because you're a rogue.
Is that why?
I mean, if you're
Well, you
a
just,
lock,
like,
if I was a lock, I would mess around with you. But at the same time, I'm leveling, and I'm a little bit behind the rest of y'all. So I'm like,
Dude, I eat fucking logs for breakfast. That's like the one class I can take consistently. And maybe
I
once
know,
like
anytime I heard that, my butt would clench.
Yeah, it's I would say it's different after they get death coil.
yeah.
So, there's the basilisks. I'm wondering where you guys were. Come here, assholes. I'm going to kill all of you.
I think what sucks about leveling Warlock is I'm out here in the world with my Voidwalker, and then I get caught while I'm just fucking questing, and then it's like, oh man.
People,
alright. If I have
people
to
like
start
killing
questing,
my Voidwalker.
It's like if I have to start questing with my Succubus or my Fell Hunter, I will, but
I'm not. I haven't even trained the skills for them yet. I don't even have them yet.
Dude, you probably haven't trained the skills for the pet you're using.
Oh no, I keep Voidwalker current and Imp current.
Yeah, I've got it.
I refuse to spend the money at the moment.
Well, it's good to have you guys. You guys are new, right? You're joining tonight.
Well, I've been in for like a week and a half. I just.
I mean, I've been with Garbage since the beginning of this release, so I'm new. Call me new.
Yep, we're garbage boys.
All right, it's all fresh. So, like, we can call her. Okay. Here's what we can do. As like a kind of a secret thing, we can just say this guild is fucking garbage.
That's kind of what we were going for, but
That's what our original guild was.
we're just like,
Yeah.
we're garbage.
It keeps it real, you know what I'm saying?
It's probably why nobody's screwing with me out here. They're like, yeah, he's garbage. Why screw with him?
I was okay. Yeah, Shirley Manson. You guys know who that is?
Charles Manson?
No, Shirley Manson. Not Marilyn Manson. Not Charles Manson. Shirley Manson.
Is she famous?
Well, she was the lead singer of Garbage.
Oh.
I feel like I just got learned something.
Well, anyway,
Soon we're going to be trading up. We're getting the last chance. Little sub name.
I know, I feel fancy.
Oh, anything's better than garbage.
Anything is better than garbage. That's what people were. People were like, "Oh, I don't want to lose the name garbage." I'm like, anything's literally better than the name garbage.
Yeah, you kind of you moved up, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind
Not
of
garbage anymore.
I kind of like the name.
Okay.
There's gold out here.
I mean, I like Last Chance more though, because I've been using that thing for my own self for a long time.
To be honest, I don't like the guild name. I actually like garbage better.
Should have brought it up in the meeting.
Yeah, I should have. Actually,
He's losing points.
We should have renamed the guild Surely.
50 DKP minus.
We don't do points.
Oh my god, he's right.
I can't believe how. Am I that out of touch?
No.
I can't believe how out of touch I am. I really thought
You kidding me? When it
EPGP would be more popular.
Oh yeah, no, I
When it comes to this
thought it'd be
game,
more
I'm out of
popular
touch.
too. I was surprised how many people are for Loot Council. I was like, whoa.
Well, part of me thinks,
That's
you
the
know,
only
so
reason
much.
why I'm for it is because it's the only thing I've ever experienced.
Well, that's why I wanted to know more about everybody, how everybody knew each other. I was
Yeah.
like, because I've been in the guild for like a couple weeks, and I haven't, or a week and a half or whatever, and I haven't really said anything. This is my first
I'm
night.
so super non-competitive when it comes to this game. If I don't get gear, I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna show up and play and have fun, and literally don't care. If I get something shiny, cool. But because I never learned the game originally, I don't know what I'm missing out on in the sense of damage or capabilities, or so for me it's not.
No, you would get mad getting passed over something you really wanted.
I'm competitive. I look by the numbers and I push the numbers, you know, without being
Min-maxing?
again threat. Yeah. I like pushing the numbers. I like being top of the damage.
Yeah, when you're a rogue, you kind of have to do that, you
In
know?
order to
That's
stay
our job.
viable.
Yeah.
See, yeah, my point of view is as long as I can keep y'all alive, as long as I can taunt off you and take the hits and do all that shit, then yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, as long as there's good people in charge of the system, it'll be okay. That's just a bad system. It's
I
easily
totally get where you're coming from, where it can be corruptible.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wish I would have.
Did I tell you my Shannon Doherty story yet?
I'm really intrigued. These are a lot of names I don't know.
Do you know who Shannon Doherty is?
No.
Well, then I'm not gonna tell a story. It won't matter.
TV show Charmed.
Yes, that's correct. I raided with her in vanilla.
That's funny.
Yes. God's honest truth, and I know
Was it
you will.
DKP?
No, we used DKP. Except there were overrides for all sorts of stuff. Anything to term strategic value, the officers could just go in there and just say, "Hey, yeah, this goes to this person." So what happened
So it was Loot Council with points.
basically, yes, and I don't think that was a bad system. What happened was Shannon Doherty came in here, and she started. Okay, you guys aren't going to believe any of this shit. One person here knows who she is, but Shannon Doherty started quote unquote dating the guild master. And we were the
It was
top
15 years ago, so.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Before she had cancer or any of that shit. But she's still the. Never mind. But so anyway, so she's dating the guild master, and she comes in here and she played a hunter. She also had an alt priest she played, and everything was good for a while. And then word of BC came out. Well, she. Besides the fact she'd already spent like $20,000 buying us materials, and just like we had Chinese people on the fucking payroll here, just farming mats, like the fucking fire potions.
Gold farmers. I'm already getting commercials for classic gold farming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold farming.
Well, she had that shit on payroll. She put about $30,000 into that, and she also bought a bunch of Burning Crusade beta passes. And so what happened was that evidently she started getting some loot that she really didn't deserve. You know, I mean, we had a system, but you know,
It was strategic value.
Right. The strategic value was the fucking dollars he was putting in. And then what happened is the actual talent of the guild started to get pissed off, and they left.
Did you leave?
No, I quit before this.
Oh.
I experimented with the whole real job and not playing WoW thing around this time. This is a long time ago, you know? But yeah, so like a lot of the talent people left, and she fucking got all this gear. Not a whole lot, even. I don't think she was even that greedy. It was just the perception that fucking pissed people off. I didn't like her at all, but she was owed something. She spent $30,000. Anyway, so the guild broke up.
I mean, I disagree. I don't think she's owed shit.
Well, she made deals with management. But what happened was, so she was quote unquote dating the guild master, who I guess his job was he was property manager for some apartment building in LA somewhere or something. He didn't do fucking shit. And like she came down there just like she went into his home and like just sat there and played WoW the whole time. Didn't pay any attention to him. And they're dating, you know, right? Quote unquote dating.
This sounds like a literal nightmare. This sounds so exotic and terrible.
Yeah.
Can I come over and use your PC and not give you anything, but you have to give me all the raid gear? That sounds great. Awesome.
Hey, $30,000. I could buy a fucking caddy for that $30,000.
Sounds like my ex.
The caddy or the 30K?
30K and not working.
Yeah, Detroit, you could buy 100 houses for 30K.
Are you really gonna attack me? Don't attack me.
But anyway, so I'll finish this story. So one day, after we start losing all this talent, we become the number 2 guild on the server. And Shannon Doherty breaks up with this guy that very day, and the guild breaks apart.
Shannon Doherty. Yo, you are a gold mine for 90s references.
That's a good story.
Yes. But okay, and again, I don't expect you to believe any of this, but it's fucking true.
It sounds too weird to be untrue.
It's not like that big of a name, or it, you know, why would you lie about it?
She was always like fucking weird too. Like my name was Sam Adams back in that day. I played a fucking, I was a rogue in vanilla, and I was a dude rogue, and I used to do that dance all the time. They had the best dance, the male rogues, the male humans, and I would just pop online, and she'd say, "Sam, I need you." I'd be like, "Hey, what's up? I've never had a conversation with you ever. What do you need?" She's like, "I need my mount out of or Baron Geddon or whatever. That guy Adam. Where's that place up in the Northlands?
Stratholme.
Yeah, she wanted that mount. So she's like, "Yeah, you come with me. We gotta get me this mount." She was like expecting me just because she was dating the GM and Shannon Doherty. That was a secret though. She kept that a secret. I do need to say that. That slipped out. The whole server went ablaze when that happened too.
Wait. Shannon Doherty wasn't a joke. This is actually Shannon Doherty?
Yeah, that's what he's been saying.
Holy
He's
shit,
saying
I
this
missed
is
that
real.
part.
This is for reals.
Yeah, that's the real Shannon Doherty, yeah.
My god, that sounds exactly to character for her.
No, I don't feel any ill will to her. Just like, I mean, I was just a fucking like a NPC character to her, you know? It's like
All you are is an NPC.
I think I played Dota 2 with Michael Cera one time. He was really mean. But his account name was Michael Cera, and he sounded like Michael Cera.
Yes.
Well, who's that? Was he in the 90s?
He's
He's kind of current.
Yeah,
sort
he's
of
like
not.
faded out by now, kind of, but he. Well, what was he?
Oh, the guy from Zombieland.
Exactly.
No.
Yep. Yeah, he was in Zombieland.
Was he?
Yeah,
I actually believe that because
Zombieland.
He was who?
he got a pretty bad reputation for being like super hard to work with. There's a couple candid videos of him like freaking out.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. What was the one that they got big in? What was the one? No, the one they got big in was they were kids in that school.
Super bad.
Super bad.
Yeah,
He's in what TV show?
Isn't he in fucking Juno too?
Yes, he was in Juno.
Wow, I don't remember him in Zombieland.
Well, there's another Zombieland movie coming out too.
He's what?
He's in like the main character in Zombieland.
Oh, he's not. It's that.
No. Well, yeah,
that
everybody
other dude.
remembers the funny Southern dude. But
He was. You mean fucking Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
He was. Okay.
Oh,
he
it was Woody Harrelson, and the main guy was that other guy from. He's like the nerdy guy who played the Facebook Mark Zuckerberg, and then.
Yeah, Michael Cera was the guy who punched Woody Harrelson in the face. Was like, okay, I'm gonna begin my multi-part apology by saying this.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He was the kid. He's after the girl. Through that whole thing.
Well, I don't get. Okay, what does Michael Cera have to do with WoW? Did he play WoW again? I forget even what
I
we're
think
talking
that's where we started about this.
Shannon Doherty was actually okay at WoW. I don't know about this guy. This guy, he doesn't look like, I don't think he could fight his way out of a paper bag.
Well, I'd hope that she was okay at WoW if she played that much and spent that much money.
It takes money to get good at WoW. That's what I heard.
In vanilla, it didn't hurt.
You're always out of gold. You always
Dude.
have money.
Dude, we literally had like Chinese people talking to us all the time. It was so
I
weird.
remember that from BC.
No, I mean we had like shit worked out with them. Like they come. Okay. So I was.
Doherty paid them 30,000.
They'd come to us to have us
for 30,000 gold. Perfect.
They would try to have us smelt their ore, right? Okay, so if you can mine ore, you can smelt it, but they wanted us to do that. It's like, what the fuck? I hate China. We should have nuked them in the 50s.
Holy shit.
Don't get me started on this shit, man. I can go all night long on this.
So.
Okay.
No, Kissinger's the exact opposite. He loves China, Kissinger.
Okay, Michael Cera is not in Zombieland. I'm looking at the cast right now.
Sure.
Who was I talking? No, you're thinking of Jesse Eisenberg.
Ah, same thing.
No, it's not.
Oh, was that the guy in Superbad?
No, that was Michael Cera.
Same thing.
They don't look the same.
It's not the same, but you had all the other movies were right.
Oh yeah, I told you that's how same he is in my brain.
Dude, white
But
people
no,
look
Jesse
all the same to me, man.
Jesse Eisenberg, he's a weird. I don't like him. He's a weirdo. I just don't like his acting. I don't know. I guess Michael Cera. I don't like his acting either. I guess. Same. I guess. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cigarette. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going away for a little bit.
Told you
so
that's how
confused. I
same
was
he
like-
is in my head.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I played with him in Dota one time, and like your own teammates are like your worst enemy on that game. So like I'm pretty sure he was just talking.
Oh, you
about
mean like
shit.
League of Legends or Dota 2 or StarCraft? Anything.
Oh
that's
man,
lightly-
I don't know. I think I mean Dota 2 and like the MOBA games are just the worst.
Pure. I played League in beta, Alpha and beta, and then played the first 5 or 6 seasons. Did okay, but it got super cancer.
Yeah.
Super quickly.
Yeah, I got like probably like 4,000 hours almost of Dota 2.
I think Dota 2 was in beta, and then just kind of, even though it was the OG mechanics, it still didn't quite feel right to me because I got so used to playing League.
See, I started with Dota.
I played Dota in school.
I tried League and I was like, eh.
Yeah, I remember our dorm floor would set up big old Dota leagues, and I was too busy to play because I was still leveling. I hit 70 like 2 or 3 months before Lich dropped, so I didn't even like have time to. I was barely geared. Oh, it's level 50 mages just running through. Yeah, just nuking all the horde. Okay, have fun with that, buddy. Thanks for dropping the shit. Oh, now you're just gonna run out on your mount. What a douchebag. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna sit and stay. Oh, they're all grumpy.
I wonder if I still have my poster from Lich King release.
Did you get like the box release?
I went to the midnight opening.
I did too.
And I was like the third person in line waiting in Fargo, North.
Posters.
It was horrible. It was snowing. It was so bad.
Northeast Texas. It was about 35 because it was right near Christmas.
Oh, it was so cold.
35 is cold. 35 is cold for a Floridian.
And then you go to Fargo, it's 20 degrees colder, and you're like, why? Why did I do this?
I grew up in Florida, so right on the white sandy beaches.
How does it feel that the rest of the country thinks ill of Floridians?
Yeah.
I really think your silver alert's hilarious, by the way.
Everybody thinks Floridians are funny.
I just think that the silver alert is hilarious.
Silver alert?
Wait,
yeah, that
I don't know anything about this.
That's like the Amber Alert, but it's for old people.
Wait.
Find Amber.
Where do I ping on the silver alert?
Something about Florida Man.
Yeah. I fucking love. You could just type it in Florida Man, and you get like the craziest stories.
Yeah. There's a guy who was near me in Jacksonville that is all famous on YouTube for headbanging in a hurricane.
But you know why all these crazy Florida stories pop up, though, right?
Yeah, because of the open arrest trap.
That's right.
Laws in Florida. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware of that. That's why I don't feel like I'm ever getting arrested.
Most of the rest of the world isn't aware of that, and they think Florida is crazy.
That's why Florida, yeah.
But
you guys have an open. Oh, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why you hear all this crazy shit in Florida. It's like this shit's going on all across the country, but like Florida has to post it.
Well, we have like I don't know. You can look in our like sometimes gas stations will have like local arrest reports. You can like buy for like $1 and flip through and look at all the people's mugshots and shit.
Yeah, you run away, you bitch.
But it's not. It's
My
not
dot's
in the news.
hurt,
It's not in the paper or anything like that. We hear about Florida.
What? Bullshit.
Yeah, Florida isn't crazy.
Oh yeah, we are, but we just happened to announce it to everybody. Still didn't kill me. My dots almost kill a 37 mage. That makes me so happy. Oh, now I'm dead. He started running. I dotted him. He started running like in the middle of everything. That makes me so happy. Okay, now I need to start killing people because I just realized how much damage I do. That's why it has to be big. We're approaching 50 by 50. And we can put a wood fire pizza oven in it. She's not listening to that. What did I say?
Yeah.
I think you should rename your tune to Florida Guy.
I didn't think about that. I might make that an alt. It's probably already taken.
Yeah, Florida Man's already gone, I bet.
I was so happy that I just got dot lock. That was it. I was like, that's my one name.
I'm happy. Good with that. I mean, I do have a priest alt that I haven't even started leveling yet that I named Helena. Kind of like Helena.
Where are you at in Florida?
Jacksonville. St. Augustine to be specific.
Okay, so yeah, the fishing there.
Is pretty decent. But I stay inside and play video games all day. Well,
Yeah.
all day I'm not working.
Well, yeah, we only fish when we're on vacation.
Right.
And that's like, maybe 1 or 2 weeks a year.
I live about 5 miles away from the beaches and everything, and I go about once a month for about a half hour. And I'm like, this is sandy and gross.
It's
the water.
I'm going home. I'm gonna play video games in the AC.
So that's the thing about the northern shore, like the Jersey. I'm from. I'm culturally from New Jersey.
What the fuck,
cat?
Just like came blasting out of the office area. What the
Yeah, they do that.
He's being a little psycho.
But yeah, when you're in the Jersey Shore, like, there's no compunction to just sit on the beach. You don't have to fucking do that
I
fucking
find that
stupid
really
shit.
boring. If I go to the beach, I want to do something, so I'll go swim for an hour, and then get the shit kicked out of me by some big old waves, and then I'll come home.
But like, okay, so like, I guess what I'm trying to say, like, there's other things going on down there. Like, they got like casinos. Well, you got that now too, don't you?
I can play some casinos. Well, I lived in East Texas, so I wasn't too far from Shreveport, Bossier City.
See, I went to Atlantic City for the first time ever, this summer, and I went with my parents. My dad was actually born in Atlantic City.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was, and he looked around. He's like, "Wow, this is actually a lot nicer than it was when I grew up here back in the '50s."
Yep.
Who
fell with that,
in
buddy.
game? Just a rumor. Who are you in game?
I'm just a rumor.
Oh, are you not on right now?
I'm dead.
No, I'm
Yeah.
on right now.
Yeah,
I'm
girls in
probably
WoW girls in WoW are just a rumor. I don't think they really exist.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, yeah.
This is 2019.
I was gonna say, like, you
2006.
said you're from Anoka, right?
Yeah, I'm from Anoka.
Yeah, Anoka's like the Florida of Minnesota.
It really is.
Oh, you're from Minnesota too?
Yeah,
Wait, both of you?
yeah.
All right. Well,
we don't know
yeah.
each other.
I do want to say, I did buy a couple pillows from that guy
Yeah,
because he sounded just like he sounded like Jesse Ventura. I'm like, dude, I trust this guy. And I'll tell you what. No, they're not. They're pretty good pillows.
That's what people say. I need some new pillows. I should probably get some.
No, they're pretty good. Yeah, I'm still using it. I'm gonna sleep on tonight. And he didn't pay me anything to say that to you.
I believe it.
No, a lot of Minnesota people work for free or underpaid. Because they're too damn nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are really nice down up there. I haven't been to Minnesota, but you guys do seem really nice.
And the Mall of America is overrated. Just saying.
Yeah. You know what though? I don't go there enough. I rarely go there.
My parents actually graduated high school with the security officer that's always on TV whenever something.
Oh, really?
So they actually call him up and are like, "What the heck happened, man?"
That's cool.
I went for training for aircraft manufacturer in Duluth.
Oh yeah.
It was cold.
Yeah.
There was ice all over the water.
Yeah.
So then I went home. That's my story.
It works.
I'm a mailman, and I get to Well, I don't walk anymore. I just started. I switched to. I transferred to Coon Rapids, so now I'm at a mountain.
Climbing the corporate ladder.
Oh, then stay away from Foley Bridge. You might run into my family, and I'm sorry.
Foley Bridge? Well, I know, like, well, right off of Foley. The post office is right off of Foley.
I know it is.
I don't deliver anything.
My family's on the other side of that bridge.
Oh, right on. But yeah, so I was walking for the last 6 years. This is not a fun job to walk in throughout the whole year.
Yeah, but you got retirement.
Yeah, that's what people say. We'll get there one day.
No, you're not going to get that in the public sector. Unless you're like unless you move up really fast. I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 35.
Yeah, you're about out of time, man.
30, and I just got a 401k because, yeah.
Yeah, 401ks are nothing like the federal government retirement program.
Yeah. Oh no. But I start at 8% matching.
Oh, that's
yeah.
So you started 8% matching?
Yeah.
They match 1%, and then they match up to 5. Wow, they match up to 15. That's dope.
They cap 15%.
Dude, what the fuck? Is that the aircraft company?
Uh-huh.
Who am I talking to?
Our guy works for Northrop Grumman.
Okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense.
Just
yep, military-industrial complex.
Sector, yeah, I was about to say, our sector alone just pulled in about $10 billion in contracts in the first quarter of 2019.
You know, I wish you guys didn't just make crap, though. I'm really worried that China's going to kick our ass. And, you know, most of our money is going to paying for you guys' salaries and your retirements instead of investing into actual weapon systems. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Currently, they're doing pretty good. Our current contract that we're working on is good for another 12 years.
Well, you can't talk about this shit, but I
can't necessarily say. Well, it's not really top secret what I'm working on, but where I'm working at isn't top secret, but I shouldn't talk about it. But I work in at the site where they produce the E2D Hawkeye.
Oh, how long have they been building that? That's
the E2 programs.
You said like the 70s, right?
Yep, 70s and 60s.
And like the photographs are just starting to come out.
Yep, the E2D is good for another 12 years, and the Navy's potentially talking about.
I have no idea what you guys are even talking about. I'm a paper monkey. I look at addresses on papers and I match.
But does
them
it
to
pay the
houses.
bills? That's my question.
Yeah.
That's all that matters in my book.
We're talking about the UFOs. A lot of the UFO sightings are the TRD-3.
Oh.
The TRD-3 variants.
I don't know how, like, I thought that part of
It's
I'll
fast.
post a picture of it in Discord. Like I said, what I work on there, I can't talk about. But I can tell you I work at the site that. Hold the picture down real quick.
The TRD is basically being displayed to us, unlike the F-117 was displayed to the public.
One of the guys I work with, his dad flew the F-117 in testing.
Yeah, and you know how that was revealed to us.
There.
The Persian Gulf War.
That's what my site builds.
Yeah.
So, early warning surveillance aircraft for the military, specifically Navy, because it is a.
I'm not even in here. Where do I go?
It's not even in chat.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at it. Hold on. Where is it?
Put it. Probably shouldn't have put it in guild chat. Probably should have put it somewhere else.
Oh, that's that thing. That.
Yeah.
That's nothing to the TRD-3.
No,
that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, that's cool and all. I mean, that's a Husky plane right there. That thing looks like he could.
It's a carrier deck at 130 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a tough plane.
It is very old design, very tough design though.
Well, yeah, I mean, they figured out all the shit. They figured out everything in the 50s. We figured out the best hull designs. We figured out the best airframe designs in the 50s. Yeah, we're not
it's
improving.
It's still a very cool aircraft. But enough about my work. I don't care. I have to go back to it more.
Yeah. hey, you want to talk about my work? I get.
Sure, why not?
All right, I'm gonna go into work tomorrow, and I'm gonna drive around a little go-kart and drop parts off on the line.
People do that in our building.
That's my job. I'm a tugger driver. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
an
my
actual tug, like a tug. Because there's a tug brand tug.
It's a Toyota Tugger I drive.
Oh, okay.
Is there a tug brand?
Yeah, it's a brand from World War II for aircraft tow carts. Oh, I need to be getting these hollow bones from these things. Okay, cool. I know where those come from.
So, fun fact: a lot of people at the post office, a lot of mail carriers are stoners.
So that is the negative side. I get the 8% matching and the benefits and all that kind of cool stuff, but I get drug tested very, very, very often.
Yeah, we don't get. You get drug tested, I think, to get in. That's it.
Usurpers! Gnomeregan is mine! My machines are the future! They'll destroy you all! Explosions! More explosions! I gotta have more explosions!
What's on your mind? Be good. Talk to me. Watch your back. Here there. Off with you.
Good day to you. Very well, then.
Can I help you? My, you're a tall one.
Hey! Would you like to purchase something?
Greetings. You have a great day now.
Interesting. You have a great day now.
King's honor, friend.
What's on your mind?
How are you? What's on your mind?
What can I do for you? Well met.
for the Alliance.
Light be with you. Hey there. Safe travels.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Well met. Farewell. What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Need help?
You need something? How are you? See you around.
What can I do for you?
I supply only the finest goods. Have a good one. You need something? See you later.